those are the woods where the cellar hole was. We came out to the farm field, or farm fields I should say, in front. So let's see what we got. All right guys, a couple swings in, and there's something in the clod somewhere. I'll come back. All right guys, here we go. There it is. There, you can see it. It looks like either a token or an Indian. Oh, it's an Indian maybe. All right, we're gonna clean it up. Sorry, not for. All right guys, we think it's an Indian. We'll get more detail later. It's crusty rusty. It looks like it might say 1 cent right there. I think it does. So crusty rusty, shut out the clutch. There you go. All right, not exactly sure what I got, but I think it's a shot, fired, smashed musket ball. You can see it's rounded there. That is smushed there. So I think that's what it is. So on to the next. All right, got an old piece of iron. Looks like a strap or something for a buckle or belt or harness, something like that. So all right, keep on going. Finding a lot of aluminum foil, which makes sense, but here we have a nice mangled spoon. I can't see any writing or markings on it. It's flaking, so maybe silver plate if that, but something cool. On to the next. All right, there's the name. Maybe it's W. Rogers, classic utensil maker, silver plating. So yeah, we'll melt this down to make millions. So all right, got ourselves a bullet projectile. I'm not sure if it's old or anything. I don't think it is, but keep on going. A lot of aluminum out there, guys. But you gotta dig it just in case. Okay guys, I got like an 86, 88, it's an 80, an 83. It was in the hole. I popped it out. I dug. Oh yeah. I didn't see it in the hole, and then I went down to the shovel. Bada bing, bada boom. So let me. Adam's gonna pluck it.
I just want to make sure you didn't knock it.
All right guys, let me come back. We'll. All right guys, it's thin. It could be my first British largie ever. All right, we'll brush it up and come back. Oh, I might have nicked it, but that's okay.
That's all right. You didn't do it bad.
All right, guys, there she is. You can see Lady Liberty facing to the left. There's her hair. The headband would be there. Yeah, so there she is. And then 1 cent would be in the back. You can see the cent, or the one right there is the... There's the E, and there's the T for 1 cent. So we got a American large cent. Very thin. So it's been here for a while. It was lost after being in someone's pocket. Long time. All right, we got 200-year-old coin. All right, guys, there's a very, very tiny, small silver, I think it's silver something. We'll come back.
Where is my water?
Be right back. All right, we don't know what it is yet. We're going to get water. Unfortunately, I nicked it right there, but it looks like there's a bus facing left. So, yeah, stay tuned. This could be crazy. All right, guys, we got it cleaned up. Unfortunately, you can see I kissed it a few times, a few too many times. It's not American. As you can see at the bottom, it says Canada. It's tiny, and then the date is somewhere down there, 1880 right there. It's called a fish scale, and it's tiny, like the size of a fish scale. So there you go. I'll show you what it's compared to a dime later on. But Adam found it, I dug it, and I scratched it. So ta-da, I dropped it. But we have metal detectors. All right, on to the next. All right, guys, we're heading back to the car to head to another field. And almost at the car, and it looks like I popped myself a little button. Oh, it might be... Oh no, I thought there was something on. All right, nice little flat button. Shank's still intact. Sorry if you didn't see. So we'll brush it up and come back. All right, there it is. Nice flat button. Nice shank. And if you look close, it looks like there's gold gild coming through, and maybe a back mark. So we'll clean this up later on and see it. All right, Adam just pulled out a nice little ring at a new farm. It's not focusing. There's a nice stone. Some old woman's ring. All right, like I mentioned in the other video from yesterday, from last week or whatever, always want to have your eyes down for pottery or china. Here we have a nice piece of, looks like glazed crockery. So, new field, new structures. Let's see what we can find. Another surface spot, oyster shell. So, good sign. There was something here. All right, another surface find, nice piece of pottery, little blue on it. So there's something was here. Gotta find the relics. All right, my first metal find from this new field is a iron buckle. So on to the next. All right, not exactly sure what this is. Something lead. First thought was a bridal rosette, piece of it at least. I can see there was some sort of maybe attachment point for horse tack related, so we'll keep this clean it up. You can see it has fancy, which is why it caught my eye. All right, got another half to a horseshoe. So 2 halves make a whole. So maybe our whole luck will change. Find a hot spot. On to the next. All right, guys, there it is. We got the inside parts, the shape to a buckle. So this would go through the leather right there.
Yep.
And that would swing. Wow, pretty cool little. Wow, okay, that's old. All right, nice. All right, here's just some of the trash, guys. So you might dig a couple coins and buttons, but it's gonna be lots of aluminum foil and stuff. So dig it all, take the trash. All right, guys, welcome back to part 2 of my road trip series. And let me just say, I don't make a script or anything like that, so if it sounds like I'm just ad-libbing and making it up as I go, I do. So if I pause and I don't know what I'm saying, that is why. I do have notes on the things that I find and just some history and some tidbits, just to, make it interesting. And to me, that's why I like the hobby, is learning stuff and learning about the past and just seeing what was happening back there. Anyways, on to the wrap-up for part 2. This was more or less all of day 2, bouncing around a couple different farm fields in the same little area. So let's just start from wherever. Here we got 2 little iron buckle strap things. Could be from a belt or horse tack or whatever. This will go into the trash. And then staying on the horse related theme, this doesn't look like much, but a piece of lead, which it is, but you can see here it has some fancy, some decoration. It also kind of has like a shine to it, maybe a silver wash. And then here it looks like it had something like a pin or something. So I think this is a bridle rosette, which is like some sort of, it's like the straps that go around the horse's head. There is an attachment point that usually has a decorative piece. This is what a bridle rosette is, and it's a secure piece to control the horse's head and helps with speed and direction. So it's actually a very important part altogether. But yeah, this will probably end up in the trash. I'm not sure yet. Might keep it. Maybe I'll post it online and see if somebody might even know what the complete piece looked like. But anyways, keep on going. And as I mentioned, in farm fields, these 2 pieces, always look down. You never know what you're going to find on the surface. There could be coins, or could be buckles, but then there also could be the non-metal items like pottery, clamshells, as you saw, but also glass. This one's cool. It's got a swirl and some colors, and then some crockery. So just, a couple 100-year-old pieces of, everyday items. And then we had a modern bullet. And then we had this silver wash spoon. I don't think it says W. Rogers, which is the common utensil company, but yeah, nothing too crazy. Maybe silver wash, silver plate. I would like to do this outside, but it is really cold still here. It's supposed to warm up, and it's also dark. There's my fish tank. Anyways, doing it inside, unfortunately. Here are the finds of the trip, so we're just about there. And then we have 3 musket balls. This is the one I found. As I said, it's smashed, it looks like. And then these 2 are from Adam. This is a nice one with the place where they snipped it, where they poured it, and then not dried. Yeah, dried, cooled, snipped it there. And this one was chewed by animals. Maybe rat or squirrels or groundhogs or something like that. And then on to the fine finds of the day. We'll go to the 2 copper coins. The first one that we found, still no idea after cleaning it, hoping it's still an Indian head, but no details, you never know. Could be a wheat cent for all we know, could even be a Lincoln, but hoping for an Indian head. And then we had the large copper cent. Again, also toasted, usually because of all the stuff they could be using in the ground. I don't know if it's organic or whatever, but you know, the manure or pesticides or anything they might be putting in the ground. But yeah, there's like the part of the hair of Lady Liberty. Maybe either the ponytail or the headband where it would say Liberty. So if you flip it, then there was an E and a T for E for one, and T for cent, so 1 cent. So probably an American large cent, early 1800s, probably. So unfortunately no ID, a farm field slick copper, but we'll take it. And then on to the fine finds of the day. These were all found in the same farm field. This was found in a different field. And with that, I guess, unfortunately, I guess we'll go here. Unfortunately, you can see here that I kissed it, scratched it a few times with a shovel. Oh, I do have a quarter here to show you the size of it. I wanted to get a dime, but yeah, here is the size of it. And I guess perspective, this would be a penny. So a quarter, a penny, and then this coin. So it's even smaller than a dime. And this is what they call a fish scale, and it's called that for how small it is, and it's shiny. It is 92.5% silver, so 925 silver, like sterling, and there you can see it says cents 1808, so it's an 1880 5 cents, like a half dime kind of. And there's Queen Victoria, and she ruled from 1837 to 1901 at her death. And these coins were minted from 1858 to 1901 at her death. And the other, and then yeah, as I mentioned, it's 925 silver, and the rest of it is copper. They were minted in Birmingham, England, and there was 3 million of them minted. So pretty cool. First fish scale. And then the last two finds, we have what they call a flat button. You can see why it's flat. Don't see any design on it, but you can see it kind of has some, I mentioned, gold gild coming through. So I've been doing a little cleanup, and you can see it coming through. So I'm still getting to it. Might say double there, but yeah, usually you're able to date it and stuff like that based off of what they call the back mark. So I will keep on working on that, and hopefully, hopefully we'll be able to get more info on it, but probably from the mid to late 1800s. So pretty cool flat button. And then last but not least, we have this part of a colonial shoe buckle. So all these things are from the 1800s. This is colonial, so this is 1700s. And this is what they call the tongue, not the shape, but the tongue. So I put a picture in the video, but there'd be a frame of a buckle, and the shape would be this side, and this would be the tongue. The tongue would go in, and then it would flip, it would, into the leather, into the holes. So the pin would go through here, and it would swing. So into the shoe. So first piece of 1700s shoe buckle. You can see beautiful patina, 300 years old. So very, very cool. Great little pile of finds. And I just want to end it by saying two things. One is after doing a couple farm fields for a day and a half for 6, 7, 8 hours. I got to give really impressed and big props to the Hoover Boys and Quarter Hoarder and other guys on YouTube, and in general who hunt farm fields in the Midwest and the Northeast and stuff like that. It's a lot of ground. There's a lot of aluminum, a lot of trash, but it's worth digging through that when you find the good stuff. It's worth it. And last but not least, a big, big, big thank you to Adam. It's always a pleasure going up there and digging with you. Next time you come down to Jersey, and I'll come back up to the capital area, and we'll dig again. So as always, thanks for watching. Collect some trash when you're out there. Beep, beep.